You guys, man, I did something really bad today. I deleted my freaking calendar. Let me walk you through what happened. So, okay, back up. Thank you for joining me, Paul. This is going to be a really hefty one. Christina, yes, you guys know me well. I know why you opted in, because I'm sure that you were expecting to see me in full meltdown mode right now. Weren't you? Don't lie. Okay, I was not even 2 hours ago. I'm Melissa Steele, you guys, real estate agent extraordinaire and host of Melissa's Musings, and today I did something for me that was so, I'm surprised I don't have PTSD from what I did this morning. So I created a new email address for myself. I was super excited. I was like, Melissa at SteeleSanDiegoHomes.com. It's time. I'm switching over from my Melissa Grotus at Gmail. It's time. I was all excited. So John created the new email address for me, and I was getting it all set up. And I thought I was deleting a different calendar. I thought I was deleting like an old email reminders calendar from God knows how long ago. But what I was actually deleting was my fucking life. And I'm not even exaggerating, you guys. This is a reminder calendar that had reoccurring events on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, literally hundreds of events. Like, my day to day probably had 40 to 50 different reminders on it. For things that I got to do for clients, for appointments I had to set up, for things I got to do for my employees, for to-dos that I want to do, to things that I have to do for the units, to things that I have to order, to literally everything that's normally on a to-do list, that I managed in a calendar. And I accidentally deleted my calendar. So what happened was I was sitting at... Paul, I don't know if it's recoverable. I have the code. If you're able to help me with that, I would be so grateful. If anybody on the interwebs is watching this and is able to help me recover a Google Calendar, I was able to screenshot before it disappeared completely, like the calendar is like the calendar reference code. I have the links that it used to be located at, but from everything that I've read online, it cannot be recovered. Paul, oh my God, if you were able to recover the calendar, I would owe you so, I would owe you so bad. But basically, this happened. So I'm at my desk. I'm all excited about my new email. I'm jiving and I have to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I pull up my phone, to see what I get to do next. And this may be TMI, but I'm literally going number 2. Okay, you guys. And I pull up my to-do list on my phone. It's normal practice. I'm sure you guys do it too, to be on your phone when you're on the toilet. But I pulled up my calendar and I thought to myself, okay, what's going to come next when I'm done in the bathroom? And my calendar was so empty. My whole... I'm literally already remembering the panic. So I'm on the toilet. I open up my calendar and there's no calendar. There's nothing there. And my heart drops. And typically the feeling is I'm going to shit my pants feeling, but I'm already on the toilet. So I'm just okay, I'm in the right space, but holy shit. And I lost it. I could not wipe and get out of that bathroom fast enough to get back to my computer screen. I got out of the bathroom shaking and already in hysterics. It was kind of an obscene reaction. I felt like everything that I'm supposed to be managing immediately dropped into a million pieces. And I think what came up for me immediately was, the fear of telling somebody that I was going to do something and not following through. I am queen of not dropping balls. If you want me to do something, my word is golden, because it immediately goes on that to-do list and it's never to be forgotten about until I accomplish it. I move it, I delegate it, I do whatever I have to do, but as long as it's on that to-do list, it will not be forgotten about. So immediately what came up for me was the fear of letting all of my balls drop into oblivion and having no idea what's going on, and my fear of losing control. Immediately, the calendar and all of its contents, hundreds of thousands of calendar events, full of content and different things that I was working on and full of gone in a split second. And I thought I was going to lose it. It was the quickest my body has ever reacted in a hardcore panic attack type. Like lately I've been having these weird bodily reactions with my health. And people are like, that sounds like a panic attack. And I'm like, I know it does. The symptoms are quite similar. And I know what a panic attack is. This was a hardcore panic attack. I literally started having one on the toilet. And so as I was rushing to my computer, John, of course, is like, oh my God, what happened in the bathroom? You were in there for 2 minutes and you come out. I don't even know what I looked like. I was probably white as a ghost, already tears pouring from my eyes. I'm shaking and I'm like, my calendar. And he's like, oh my God. But John, because he's a supportive and amazing man and husband, didn't say oh my goodness, calm down, you're a freak. He knew what this meant for me and what this meant for my world. My world as a type A personality is driven and run by my calendar and my to-do list. And so it was like I had my control just totally went out the window in a split second. And a universal gift. And what he did was he scooped me up in his arms and he just held me and I turned into a 5-year-old. I literally stood on his feet. I was crying into his neck and I didn't know how to handle my shit. I literally did not know what to do. I was like, I don't even know what comes next. What do I do next? My to-do list is gone. And the long story short, what this day has taught me, because now I'm just kind of at a loss. I know that there's things I have to do. I remember some of them. I've been working on some of them. I know that there's dozens that I can't remember right now, but I'm going to remember them. So a few things. John has been telling me and encouraging me for months now to change my process because I'm clearly in a very unhealthy relationship with my calendar. Clearly unhealthy. It disappears and my world is ending. My bodily reaction is one where I can literally hear the heartbeat in my ears. It was like calendar's gone, boom, 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 whoosh, panic attack. I knew immediately what I'd done. I knew immediately the calendar was gone. And I was at a complete loss and didn't know what to do next. So for months, John has been encouraging me to change my pattern, to shift what I've been doing. And clearly that unhealthy relationship with my calendar and all of his reminders did not do it for me, right? I ignored every sign leading to this point. I ignored encouragements from John. I ignored encouragements from my assistant when they're like, holy shit, what is wrong with your calendar? What is happening in there? So long story short, the universe gave me a gift that in the moment was such a slap across the face. What was running through my head was panic and loss of control and just complete discombobulation. I was completely at a loss. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. My body was in fight or flight mode. I wanted to run for the hills. I had nothing left to do. There was nothing to do. The to-do list was gone. And what I learned was that when we postpone and we ignore and we don't take sight of the reminders and the notices that the universe is giving us, it's going to slap us across the face with a reminder. This is a constant pattern that I see show up in my health. It's a constant pattern that we see sometimes in business. We make the same mistake and the same mistake, and then something really bad happens. We lose $10,000 and we lose a massive client. And it really reminded me of I'm probably going to tell it wrong, but there's that old wives' tale of, this giant flood comes and there's this stormy weather and there's this guy and he's in this little rowboat and I think it's a search crew drives by in a I don't know, speedboat, and they're like, dude, get in the boat, we're going to save you. And he's like, no, God's going to save me. Don't worry, I got God on my side. He's going to save me. And they're like, all right, suit yourself. And they drive off. And then, next, a cruise ship comes along, and they're like, dude, get on board. The floodwaters are coming. You're going to be screwed. And he's like, no, I got God on my side. Yo, I'm good. And the next thing you know, a helicopter comes by, and they're like, dude, you're going to be screwed. Get on this helicopter. We're here to save you. And he's like, I got God on my side. Yo, I'm good. And then he drowns and gets to heaven. And he's like, God, you were on my side. What was I supposed to do? And God was like, I sent you three rescue crews and you denied every one, you dumbass. And so that's what came up for me today as I wiped my tears. My amazing assistant slash the amazing agent on our team slash best friend Lauren was immediately like, okay, we're going shopping. So we went to IKEA, where I got to drown my sorrows in the amazingness of IKEA. I just love that place so much. But ultimately, great lessons to be learned today. I get to recreate my calendar. Paul, I would absolutely, if anybody's watching, I'm going to reiterate, if anybody knows how to recover a deleted Google Calendar, I will be forever indebted to you, because right now what's coming up for me is I'm going to have to duplicate just so much work and like remembering and going through so many of my assignments that it's going to just be so much work to figure out what was even on my to-do list and on that calendar to recreate it, that if I at least had it, I would not go right back to using it, because clearly I get to switch processes. But if I had it, I would at least be able to transition into something so much better and support it for me. So that's where I'm at. That's what my day has looked like, you guys. And so when our world is ending, because for some of you, like, this may seem so stupid and you're like, oh my God, I would love to delete my calendar. Let me go do that right now. For some of you, like, this may not be a big deal. And it's not. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. So I lost my calendar. Nobody died. I'm healthy, I'm healthy. I'm well. I have an amazing husband who hugged me on my crying fit out of the bathroom. The day is saved. It's all good. So in the grand scheme of things, just a lesson to be learned. But really a great opportunity to reflect on where we might be ignoring the universe and the signs that God or universe or spirit or even, your soul might be telling you, like that gut instinct. If your gut is telling you something, maybe just start tuning into what it's telling you. Because for so long I was like, this is unhealthy. And this whole past week, actually, as I've been not feeling well, I've been pushing reminders and moving them every day. So of course, like every day I'll move, let's say I started Monday with 10 reminders. Well, if I didn't work as much as I was expecting to on Monday and I moved those 10 reminders to Tuesday and Tuesday had 10 to start, now Tuesday has 20. So if I don't get as much done on Tuesday, then I was moving it to Wednesday. So like literally today's to-do list probably had like 60 things on it. I'm not even going to joke. Because if you guys remember, my last musing was all about how I've been saying no to things and backburnering a bunch of things on my to-do list. So it's been a very unhealthy practice. I'm going to be fully upfront and honest with you guys. Clearly, the universe has something much better in store for me that I'm going to discover. So if you are using a to-do list app or something that you like swear by, that's amazing. I currently use Trello for work and I like it, but I don't like using it for my to-do list. That's actually what I switched from when I went to my calendar. I feel like I need something totally different, like different completely. I'm hoping for a different app that can create recurring events so I don't need to move them. If I don't get it done on one certain day, I know that it's going to recur, a week later or something. So one that creates recurring events so I don't have to manually move them, and one where delegation and deferring is easy, where I can postpone something to like next week if I'm not feeling well today. So that's what I'm looking for in my next to-do list app. I am very committed to changing my practices. And if I drop any balls, here is my public forum and my public apology, because I am not a girl who drops her balls, my friend. And right now I feel like I literally have a million marbles rolling around on the ground with nothing to catch them, and I'm like one of those cartoon characters that's just tripping like this with my feet. I'm like, my balls are all over the ground. So if you're waiting on me for something, please hit me up, because it's probably not on my current to-do list. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging in. I'll talk to you soon. Oh. Facebook, finish.